Far beneath the sapphire waves, where sunlight dances only as fading ribbons, there lived a young mermaid named Aria, the youngest daughter of the Sea King. Unlike her sisters, Aria wasn't fascinated by pearls, royal banquets, or coral palaces. She longed for stories, stories of the world above, of humans who walked on land, of fires that warmed their hands, and emotions that burned brighter than the sun. Every night, when the tide slept, Aria swam up to the surface just far enough to watch flickering lights of distant ships. Her heart whispered a truth she could never ignore. One fateful night, a grand ship sliced across the waves, its deck glowing with lanterns, music rising into the sky. Aria swam closer, eyes wide. Amid the laughter, she saw him, Prince Adrian, courageous, kind, with the kind of smile that could calm a raging sea. But destiny arrived as a storm. Thunder roared, waves clawed at the ship. The prince was thrown into the furious sea, helpless, sinking fast. Aria surged forward. Battling waves that threatened to swallow them both, she wrapped her arms around him and broke the surface. She dragged him toward the shore, her voice trembling as she whispered, "Please live, even if you never know who saved you." She placed him on the sand, brushed a strand of hair from his forehead, and sang, her voice soft as moonlight, before disappearing into the sea. For the first time in her life, leaving hurt more than staying. Love is an anchor and a wingspan at the same time. Days turned into restless nights as Aria's thoughts drowned in memories of the prince. She wanted to see him again, but the sea had rules. Humans and merfolk were forbidden from crossing worlds. Desperate, she visited the one being everyone feared, Morgana, the sea witch. Her lair was a palace of shadows, glowing with trapped whispers and broken dreams. Morgana smiled with serpent-like amusement. "You want a human heart? I can give you human legs, but every spell has a price." Aria swallowed her fear. "What price?" The witch's smile sharpened. "Your voice." Aria's world stilled. Her voice, her gift, her power, her identity. Without it, she would be silent in a world of strangers. But love is louder than reason. With trembling hands, she agreed. In a whirlpool of magic, Morgana stole her voice and gave her a new destiny. Aria woke on the shore with legs, fragile, trembling, and painfully unfamiliar. Every step felt like walking on knives, yet she pushed forward. And then she saw him. Prince Adrian. He found her wandering the beach, confused and speechless. "Are you hurt?" he asked softly. Aria shook her head. There was something familiar about her. Her eyes, her presence. But without her voice, he didn't recognize her as the girl who saved his life. Still, he brought her to the palace. Every day, Aria watched him laugh, work, worry, dream. And every day she fell a little more in love. But every night she wondered if she would ever be enough without her voice, the very thing that once defined her. Just when Aria believed she was close to winning his heart, the kingdom announced devastating news. The prince had found the girl with the magical voice, the girl who had saved him. But Aria knew the truth. That girl was Morgana in disguise. Her stolen voice was now being used to trap the prince. The kingdom celebrated their engagement, while Aria stood alone in a palace hallway, heart cracking like a seashell beneath a wave. On the eve of the wedding, Aria discovered Morgana's plan. Once the prince married her, the spell would become permanent, binding him forever. Aria couldn't speak, but destiny doesn't always need a voice. On trembling legs, she confronted Morgana at the harbor. The witch laughed, her illusion shimmering. But then, a wave rose high behind them, glowing with ancient power. The Sea King had come. A war of magic erupted, water twisting, winds howling. Morgana's spell shattered, her illusion faded, and Aria's stolen voice burst free like a wave breaking through stone. The prince turned in shock. "Aria, you're the one who saved me." Their eyes met. Finally, truth without barriers. But dawn was rising. The spell's time was ending. Aria's legs began to dissolve into shimmering water. "No," the prince whispered. "I won't lose you again." He held her, as if he could bend destiny itself. But destiny had something different in mind. The Sea King, seeing the depth of his daughter's love and courage, touched the waves with his trident. "Love this pure," he said, "should never be punished." The sea glowed. Aria's legs transformed, not in pain, not in sacrifice, but as a gift. Her voice settled into her throat, stronger than ever.